Hi. Um, it's gonna be more of an open video. Um, it's gonna be a more of an open video about how to gain control of your mind. Um, Now, this one is also gonna be a little personal for me too because I want to go deeply into the struggles of failing to control your mind and where that could lead to and what it led to for me personally. Now, understand this. When I say controlling your mind, I mean in like the mental aspect. I mean like doing what you know you're supposed to be doing. Your mind automatically knows what's good and what's bad for you. We automatically know that. We know when we're watching too much of something. We know when we just know all the rights and wrongs because you're like it's like a higher consciousness in your brain that tells you I shouldn't be doing that, or maybe I should stop eating that, maybe I should stop drinking that. That's bad for me. Oh, that's good for me. Maybe I should keep doing that. Like your brain is gonna tell you, or not. No, not like that higher level of consciousness is gonna tell you, because it is some intrusive thoughts and bad thoughts in your brain that kind of makes you do some bad stuff. But um, yeah, the way I'm gonna say the way I believe you gain control of your brain is you have to listen to that thought. Well, not that thought. You have to listen to that higher consciousness of your brain. You know what it is. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but you automatically know what it is. You just know it. Um, and you do that by just listen. Like, it's like you gotta have an instant reaction to it because you can't give yourself time to think. If you give yourself time to think, then you're not gonna listen to it. It's just gonna be a bunch of bullshit. Like, for instance, I'll talk about me. I'll talk about my personal experience with this. And I've heard of, like, I did my research about it, a bunch of stuff, like heard a bunch of stuff about it. Like stuff like the 1 second rule or the 3 second rule. Don't give yourself time to think or to lay there. Don't give yourself no dead space. Now, I'm gonna talk about me. I I battle with lust. Lust is a huge problem. Still to this day, a huge problem in my life. Now, I feel like I've gotten better at it. I'm continuing to get better with dealing with it. Um, I want to keep holding myself more and more accountable. I feel like that's important too. Um, but I'll say this for an instance. Not too long ago, I was just chilling in my bed. Bad start too. Bad place to be if you're struggling with pretty actually any type of addiction. But I'm talking about lust here specifically. But any type of, you don't want to just sit there. You don't want to give your mind time to think. That's why they say, like, like going to the gym or practicing a craft, doing something is good because you're not gonna give your mind that time to focus in on your bad habits and the stuff that gives you a lot of dopamine. Um, so I was chilling on my bed, like I said, bad place to start. Um, and I had this time where I was trying to listen to music. I couldn't do that. Like, I just couldn't. I don't know. I wasn't feeling the music. Tried to watch TV, wasn't feeling the TV. Tried to scroll, didn't even feel like doing that, and I was just sitting there. I ended up turning all that shit off, and I was just sitting there. And instead of doing something productive or getting up and going to move, you know, because movement is gonna create some type of motivation. I sat there with all that dead space in between, with all that time to think, and I end up falling back into lust. End up falling back into it. Listen, it is a good way. That's a good way to fall back into lust. The exact way you're gonna do it. You're gonna sit there with a bunch of dead space, just gonna be thinking about it, thinking about you know, some women or some stuff, you know, just sitting there thinking about it because you're not doing anything to get your mind off of it. But in that dead space though, in my head, I knew what I was about. I knew what I was about to do. I knew it was wrong already. I knew it was wrong. And of course, like in that dead space, I had other thoughts coming. It wasn't just the negative, lustful thoughts that came to me. That higher consciousness came. And it was telling me, because I like to do music. I practice music. I make music. So in that dead space, I've been trying to, you know, create my own music. So that's one thing that I could have done. Exercise is another thing. I told myself, get up, exercise, do 100 push-ups, do 100 sit-ups. I was telling myself to get up and do this. Now, right then and there, when I heard go try and make a beat or a song, go practice some music, or go work out, whenever my higher consciousness told me to do either one of those, I should have got up and did it on the spot, like that. Now I heard, I didn't seen it somewhere, I read it somewhere, like the 1 second rule. I'm not sure if it's the one or no. I think it is the 1 second rule. Like as soon as your higher consciousness tell you to go do that, do it in an instant. Like, especially if you ain't got nothing better to do. Like me, I was sitting there about to goon, sitting there ready to goon, and my higher consciousness, or should I say God, was trying to save me. Like, that's another thing too. If you are, I don't even think you have to be religious. Just hit a quick prayer. Hit a quick prayer in the middle of those thoughts. Now, like I said, I'm talking about lust here specifically because of me, but like with any addiction, man, you can listen to that higher consciousness or hit a quick prayer. Like, hit a prayer. Run to God. Do something. Don't sit there and let that demon take control of you while you just sitting there. Get up off your bed too, or wherever you sitting. Wherever is your I noticed that too. Wherever your like comfortable spot is where you're gonna have those thoughts too. Wherever you're pretty much most comfortable. Like a bed for me is not a good place to be. My room, most of the time, is not a good place to be. Like, no matter who you are, if you are just trapped here, like sometimes I just trap myself in my room, which is not good. Those thoughts, those demons are gonna come for you. Those bad thoughts, those lustful thoughts are gonna come for you. And the best way to escape that, listen to that higher consciousness. Get up, move around, do something productive. And then the more you do that, the more you listen to that higher consciousness, the more you get up and chase your dreams, try and chase your goals, listen to that, the more you are going to gain control of your brain. You have to do it in an instant though. You know exactly what you should and should not be doing. You know exactly what you should and should not be doing. Trust me, you know. It's the reason you clicked on this video, if that makes sense. You know exactly what you should and should not be doing. It's literally just as simple as doing, too. You're going to search around for all these clues and shit, trying to figure out, how do I gain control of my brain? How do I do this? How do I do that? It's as simple as doing. You know what you need to do. Your higher consciousness knows what you need to do. So do it. Simple. I'll catch y'all later.